up, YouTube? Today, I'm going to be doing a really fun video. Today, I'm gonna be knitting with materials that I hate. So here's the yarn I'm gonna be using that I hate. It's this chenille yarn. It's this really fuzzy, it's like velvety yarn. I have a whole bag of it. You might be asking yourself, now why would I buy yarn that I hate? Well, this was gifted to me by my best friend, so I'm just gonna use it. I'm not gonna let it go to waste because I don't like it. I have 2 of these light buttercup yellow skeins. This is the brand Premier. And this is the yarn from the Dollar Tree. I've never tried the Dollar Tree yarn before, so I'm excited to see how good it is. I have 2 of the black. This one just doesn't have its wrapper. 2 of this mint color. This is my favorite color I got. And then this blue one. Now, you might be also asking, why do you hate this yarn so much? You might actually really love this yarn. I'm just more of like a vintage looking girly, I guess, and whenever I see this yarn, I just think of 2020 and like the pandemic and everyone on TikTok learning how to crochet for the first time. Everyone went and got this yarn, and this yarn like blew up. Not this brand exactly, but it was like the Parfait Chunky. Yeah, a lot of crocheters on TikTok and on Instagram and every platform use this yarn. If you love this yarn, you do you. This just isn't my vibe, but I'm gonna try and make it my vibe in this video. So I don't know how far I'll be able to get with this much yarn. I'll show you the ideas I have though. Here was my first idea. I was thinking I could knit some striped beanies. I'm thinking beanies for this yarn just because knitting beanies is super easy for me. I've done it like a lot. So some striped beanies with a giant pom-pom on top, multicolored pom-pom on top. That would be really easy and cute. I'm like, kind of basic. So then, a little bit ago, I thought of these ideas. With this yellow, I can make a smiley face beanie. With the mint, I can make this frog beanie, and then with the black I can make this cat ear beanie. Hi, I'll put up some inspo pics right here for my hat designs. Yeah, my designs are inspired by things I found on Pinterest. I'm a Pinterest girly, I bet you already know that. I feel like some of you are gonna say, oh, the cat ear hat is so outdated, it's so 2020. Just let me live, okay? I think it's cute still, so. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the cat beanie, and if I don't have enough black yarn to finish the cat ear beanie, I'm just gonna scrap the whole beanie idea and do something else. Probably a striped skinny scarf, because if I don't have enough for the black cat beanie, I won't have enough for the other 2 beanies either. I was thinking maybe crocheting this, but I just finished my 900 granny square blanket a couple of days ago, and I'm just over crocheting right at this very moment. So I'm going to show you my knitting needles. Here are my knitting needles. They're just wooden ones. It says on the side US 9, so I'm assuming these are size 9. I'm not too excited about this whole project, but I just want to use up this yarn because I'm not a waster, guys. I'm a sustainable girly. Any yarn scraps that I have, I will be putting in my yarn scrap pile that I will use in a future project. I just have a whole list of projects I need to work through. Let's just get into it. Why don't we? Hi, I'm back. It's like 30 minutes later. I just wanted to give you some updates. I forgot to mention, I do not have a pattern. I'm just winging it. Most of the time when I wing projects, they turn out fine. This is what I have after 30 minutes. I'm doing 30 stitches wide. One pro of this yarn is that it's very soft. My needles seem to like glide through it. It's like buttery. A big con of this yarn is as I was knitting this, fluff was just going everywhere, making me sneeze. And yeah, the yarn has some bald spots now because the fluff just flies off if you touch it too hard. I guess I just have to be careful with this yarn and be very fragile with it. Otherwise, the hat might not have any fuzz left on it. I'm not sure if it's shedding just because it's the Dollar Tree version of the chenille yarn, or if literally every brand sheds. Let me know in the comments. If you use like the Parfait Chunky chenille yarn, does it shed? This is gonna be the cat hat. I think this is long enough. If it's not long enough, it just won't have the fold over brim. Fingers crossed, guys. I've had a track record. I just never end up having enough yarn for my projects. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I just have my yarn in this glass bowl on the floor. I like to do that when I'm knitting, just so it doesn't go rolling all over the floor. Hey guys, it's only a couple hours later and I actually finished my first ball of black yarn. And it actually knit up like a lot. I'm like shocked that I'll actually have enough for my designs. But I love the way that this knit up. Like it just made it look bumpy and lumpy and like it has a really cool texture. And this is so soft. I'm actually kind of like into it, this yarn now. Like I'm having fun using it with this project. I'm just knitting like a tube essentially. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold it in half and there's gonna be a seam on the side. But I just need like that much more black yarn and then my hat will almost be done. So now I'm really excited for my other two hats because I know for sure I have enough yarn. Really excited, and I'm so shocked. This only took me a couple hours. Like after crocheting for months and I haven't knit with my knitting needles in a few months, this went by really fast. I just have to figure out what to do with the extra yarn I have. Like, what do I do with this? This blue ball won't make a full beanie. Maybe a skinny scarf out of all the scrap yarn. But yeah, I'll update you when I'm done. Alright y'all, it's only an hour later and I think this is at a good length where it would be a good beanie size. Let's check. Yep. Looks like it'll fit. I feel like the only way I'll be able to tell is if I bind off. Yeah, that looks hat size. I need to bind off, get this off my knitting needle, and then we're gonna sew it together and make the beanie. Super easy. And now what I'm going to do is just take the same yarn and sew up the tube here, and then I'm gonna sew up the top so it'll look like that. I am amazed that I will be able to finish this cat beanie in one day. Like this only took a couple hours. I'm amazed. You can see my hair up top. I sewed it into a tube, but you can already tell, like it looks like cat ears. All I have to do is sew straight across on top here, and I'll have a little cat ear beanie. Okay, what the actual heck? This turned out amazing, and this only took 4 hours to make, and I didn't even use all the black yarn. So this literally cost less than $2 to make, and it's actually pretty soft and I'm kind of obsessed with it. My intrusive thoughts are telling me to make just a bunch of different colors of the cat ear hat. I'm debating it because this is really cute. These are literally the only yarn scraps from the hat. I cannot get over how good this looks. So let me know how you think this went. I think it turned out better than I expected. I'll update you guys when I start my next project. Or I can even wear it like this and it looks dope like this too. What? It's only like an hour later, but I've decided I'm also going to start knitting the smiley face beanie. The only thing different I'm going to do is I actually decided I don't want the fold over ribbing on the smiley face hat. I'm only going to make the hat 20 stitches wide instead of 30, and I hope that makes it the right size. I hope my guesstimations are correct. I'm excited to see how this one will turn out. The cat beanie has really hyped me up. Now I'm like really into this, and I kind of love this yarn. Alright, I wanted to show you what my stitches look like on the yellow yarn because you can see them a lot better compared to the black. And also another thing about this yellow yarn, it seems to be shedding a lot less than the black yarn, but also maybe it's just because it's a lighter color and I can't see the fuzz as well as the black yarn, but I think it's shedding a lot less. Something to keep in mind if you were wanting to pick up these yarns. So it's the next day and I finished knitting the bit for the yellow hat. Now it's just a tube, and now along the top I'm going to do a gathering stitch, and it's going to cinch up and it's going to look like a hat, hopefully. This really didn't take that long to do, and it didn't even take one whole ball of yellow yarn. I still have this much left. So I have another whole ball of yellow yarn, so I might make another smiley face hat depending on how this one goes. Okay. And now I just pull the two strings together and hopefully it turns out good. And now I'm just gonna take the two ends and sew it down so that it becomes permanent. Okay, and now turn it inside out. And there's the little hat! Yeah, that's what the top looks like, all gathered together. Now, what I'm going to do is, hopefully this turns out good, I'm going to try to attempt to embroider a smiley face right here on the front. This is what I have so far. This is like the corner of the smile, I guess. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm gonna attempt to do the eyes, but oh, it's kind of cute. Oh my, how is this turning into like the Nirvana logo? Totally unintentional, but what the heck? Should I just go with it? No, I want to stick with my original smiley face plan. Okay, I was gonna add more yarn and kind of like fill this circle in, but I kind of like how it looks almost like a frog's eye. So I think I'm gonna replicate that on this side. Okay, y'all, here's the smiley face hat. It kind of turned into like a creature at the end with the eyes. It doesn't look like the traditional smiley face like I was going for right here. Let's do a comparison of my diagram. I really like it. I love the eyes. I don't know if I want to do like ears or something or pom-pom to make it more creature-like. I think it's good for now. I'm gonna move on to the frog beanie. So I'm gonna go eat some mac and cheese and then get started on the frog. Okay, y'all, I have to knit this to be the exact size as the cat beanie. This mint yarn is just freaking beautiful and it's so soft and it doesn't shed like the black yarn. I don't know why the black yarn sheds so much more than the other colors, but it's insane. And I already finished the first ball of mint yarn, so now I'm on the second one. Okay, hey guys, I'm back. It's a few hours later and I have the mint beanie knit. Looks pretty dang good, but I have decided that I'm not gonna make a frog hat. Instead, I'm going to use the mint yarn again, and I'm just gonna make little bear ears because I don't feel like embroidering a frog face. So yeah, I'm gonna knit those little bear ears and I'll get back to you. Okay, y'all. I have these little earpieces knit, and I'm actually doing the Lazy Girls method to knit ears. So you can tell these don't look like ears right now, but I'll tell you how I'm gonna make them into ears. So basically, I'm just gonna fold both pieces in half, and then I got this little piece, and I'm just gonna sew in a semicircle and flip it inside out, and I'll get the ear shape. Let's go! I just wanted to come show you guys that the bear ears, before they're turned inside out, they just look like a miniature version of the cat ear beanie. Like, look at how cute that is! But, yeah. Now I just flip it inside out, and there's a bear ear that I'm gonna sew on the hat. Here's the mince bear ear beanie, all done. How did I do? Kind of still see a frog face, like in my mind. Like I feel like I should embroider a frog face on here. But it's a cute bear ear beanie, but does anyone else? Let me know in the comments. Do you see a frog face? If you look at my reference photo, see that? It looks very much like the reference photo. It just needs eyes and nostrils. This is what happens when you wing projects. Sometimes they turn out really good. This is how much green mint yarn I have left. But right now, we're going to use our last ball of yellow yarn. And I think I said previously that I was going to knit another smiley face beanie. I have changed my mind yet again. And I'm going to knit a cat ear beanie, but without this brim. And hopefully it looks good without the brim. And other than the yellow ball of yarn, this is all the yarn I have left. I just have 3 balls left. Hey guys! It's the next day, and I finished the yellow cat ear hat. It's really cute, and I sewed it together exactly like the black cat ear hat. It's exactly the same shape, except the black one is just longer. This hat is really cute, but I do have one gripe with it. It really looks like a Pikachu hat. Every time I look at it, I want to see a really cute cat hat, but I'm seeing Pikachu. I don't know how I feel about it. The next thing I'm going to knit is going to be using remainder of my yarn. My main goal for this video is to completely use all of this yarn up, but I'm going to make a scrap yarn beanie. I don't know if you can see that. You can totally see that fluff. There is so much fluff coming off of this stuff. And also I want to make a matching skinny scarf. I hope I have enough yarn for all of that. I'll come back and update you. Okay, this is what I have knit up so far. It's coming along pretty cool. I was kind of worried it would look bad with all of the color changes and all of the knots. This is the hat, by the way, not the scarf. My plan is once I make the hat and the scarf, I'm going to pick a good side, and then I'm just going to push all the knots to the other side so there'll be a bad side and a good side to the knitting. Also, my color changes are just completely random. I just go in whenever I feel like I need to use a new color. Okay, the striped scrap yarn beanie is completed. If I could critique this hat, the one thing I would say is that it's kind of short. This hat won't be keeping my ears warm, which is kind of a necessity where I live. It gets very cold here. And as you can see, I do still have enough yarn to make a skinny scarf. And the scarf, I'm going to do 10 stitches wide, I believe. Okay, here's the scarf so far. I feel like this is a really good width for a scarf. I feel like this will actually keep me warm, and it's not as skinny as I thought. Okay, I'll see you again when the scarf is done. Okay, y'all, it's a few hours later, and I have completed the scarf. If you can see that, it's a very short scarf. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. So my calculations were off, and I thought I would have a lot more yarn than I obviously did. I mean, this is kind of a vibe. Maybe it could be a baby scarf, but I was having the idea Maybe I could tie it like a headscarf. Like recently, the knitted headbands have been pretty popular. Okay, that's kind of cute. I think I'll just wear it like this. So I'll give a little 360. My final review of this yarn, would I recommend it? Yes and no. If you're doing a project where you're not going to be doing a lot of cutting, I would maybe recommend it. While knitting this, I was just completely covered. I had it in my eyebrows, and every time I shake this, fuzz comes off. You can see it. It's like snowing. Yeah, if you buy this yarn, just be warned, your house will become a mess. I'm like thoroughly impressed that I was able to knit 5 hats and 1 little scrappy knit headband. Before I started this, I had no idea how much one ball of that yarn would even make me. So I was convinced in my head maybe I wouldn't even be able to make 1 hat. But this is pretty impressive, and this only took me 3 days to do all of this. Not bad. I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer through making these and using a yarn that I absolutely hate. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite project I completed. Mine definitely is this little mint bear hat, or either the black cat hat. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. All my love to you. Bye-bye.